just wanted to land my right hand so bad. So let me have like a volunteer come up and show you what I was doing. No, no, I'm just kidding. I landed that right hand, finally followed by a couple body shots, hook to the head. She went down 26 seconds into the first round. Game over. My fight was over. And at that point, I was like, wow, I think I am a good boxer. This is really worth it. This is really worth waking up in the morning and getting my workouts in. A lot of times my coach would say, you know what, while your opponent is sleeping, we're going to be working. We're going to be getting ready for them. We're going to be preparing and just training our bodies as much as we can while they're just sleeping. Mary, you're going to be ahead of the game. And that was really his excuse for, having to like or but it felt like it was worth it. My very first national championship was one of the most exciting tournaments in my life. I was heading out to Regina, and I had read in Ring magazine about this girl named Lara Hewitt from Vancouver, who was a really, really good boxer. Is anyone here from Vancouver? You guys don't make noise. Sitting at the back, they don't want to draw attention. You guys can make noise. So Lara Hewitt was an amazing boxer. She came out of Vancouver, and I was reading about her, thinking, "Wow, I would love to see this girl fight. She's going to be at this national championship. Someone let me know when she's going to fight because I want to watch her." She wasn't actually in my division. When I got there, things changed. Now she was in my weight category. And the way my coach told me, it was really funny actually, because he always, pumps me up to give me confidence. And I always felt confident because of what he told me, right? And so we get to this national championship and he, calls my room. He's like, Mary, you need to talk. Okay, that seems like, maybe somebody's sick or something. I don't know what was going on, but all right. So I show up. Yeah, we want to talk about coach. And he can't look me in the eye. And he, his voice is kind of shaking. He's like, oh yeah, so basically, just let you know you're going to be fighting Cuban. Like, pardon? Like, what? I can't understand you. Like, what did you say? You're going to be fighting Cuban. I'm like, Lara Cuban, I'm going to be fighting Lara Cuban. She's my division. Yeah. And he can't look me in the eye and he's saying this. And that's when I realized at that point that the confidence that I had was my own, because now I see my coach, and he was always my pillar, and he was shaking at this news, and I was like, no, coach, we came to win gold. Don't worry about who we're going to fight. And he's like, I agree. I'm like, you're a little nervous, aren't you? He's like, no, you're nervous. It's actually really funny when you think about this. But I'm like, don't worry about it. We're going to win gold, all right? You just come up with a game plan, I'm going to execute, we're going to take home that belt. And that's what happened. We fought in the finals. But you know what, I shouldn't have told you that because I want to share a little story for that. So I won in my semifinal bout. Lara won in her semifinal bout, and we are going to be fighting the next day. I watched her fight. She watched me fight. You come up with a strategy for the person you're going to be fighting against the next day. And we've never met before, but I see her, she sees me, okay? We're in this elevator, it's packed full of people. We're both in the elevator. We're heading to floor 10. On floor 4, it stops, everybody clears out but us two. Doors shut. It was really awkward, right? Okay, so I'm like, silence. That feels weird. So what should I say? I don't know, I'm like 19 years old, I don't know what to say. So I'm like, hey, we can get this over with right now if you want. What am I gonna say? And she's like, I'm like, okay. And then we get out and we go our separate ways. days, and then I told my coach, like, hey, I just saw Larry in the elevator. It's just us two. And he's like, oh, that's weird. Hey, I'm like, yeah. So I told her we can get this over with right now. And he's like, what? He's like, that's really an awkward thing to say. That's awkward. I was standing in an elevator with my opponent, just the two of us for 6 floors. That was what was awkward, right? So then we see each other the next day. We had a great fight. I won 42-37, and for the first time was Canadian champion. My dream had come true. I was excited. I knew when I was in that ring, in that corner, looking across at her, I remembered all the days when I was up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 6 o'clock, putting in my work, doing everything that my coach wanted me to do, preparing for this fight because I wanted to be champion so bad. And I was like, there's nothing that I didn't do. I didn't make any excuses in my training. I gave 100%, and I'm going to show what I'm able to do in this fight, and I did win the Canadian Championship. It was very exciting. I have to fast forward this a little bit because, see, I don't want to tell you guys all the details. I want to tell you all the little incidents, elevator stories, and stuff like that. But there's a lot more to this story. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit to my first world championship. It came the year after my first national championship. So now I was 2-time Canadian champion. I'm headed to the Worlds.